think I'm okay. Hello everyone, welcome back again. Tonight's gonna be a bit of a longer stream as I'm kind of wanting to try to finish the second chapter. If there is a chance that I'm too exhausted to continue doing the whole chapter, then I'll stream again tomorrow. But instead of just finishing chapter 2, I'll do a bit of the beginning of chapter 3 as well. So, yeah, the stream's gonna be a bit longer. I think that's all I had to say. Just make sure my chair's pushed in. Alright, so we left off of the investigation. I think we're like halfway down the investigation, maybe? And we left off at the pool. Anyway. Here we go.
Ugh, it's so humid in here.
Hiroaki?
Suno! Hama! Hey! See anything up there?
Not a ton, no. It's weird that so many of these rooms are empty, huh?
No kidding. We're not finding Jack.
Is Ojima okay?
He's been completely checked out since we broke off to investigate. Haven't gotten a second of clarity from him. Honestly, I'm starting to get a bit fed up with it.
Well, hopefully he's back before the trial. Did you try shaking him or something?
Nah, but I've been dragging him along all day. Should have been enough.
Hey, Hiroaki. Can I run a theory past you real quick?
What's up?
What if
I was like, did we spit out my
the
water?
murder did take place at nighttime?
How could it? She's in the auditorium.
Well, yeah, but every other room that's closed at night has been totally empty. Maybe she really did die in the auditorium during nighttime hours. It's not impossible.
Yeah, perhaps, like, she was hung to death. We don't really know her cause of death, whether it's the hanging or something else. But there could be a chance where she actually died, like, right as the announcement went off or something. No, wait, I think Hama would have maybe noticed something. Did he? Yeah, it was just for... I don't know, what I'm trying to say is that there's a chance that Chiba probably died just after the announcement. And that the time of her murder was just before it. But kind of seeing maybe not, because I don't remember how late Hama checked up on her before her death.
You're on to something, but save it for the trial. We're gonna run out of time.
Hey!
Where's Harada?
We split up to cover more ground. More importantly...
You're not supposed to split up! That's the entire point of doing the investigation in pairs!
More importantly, I need everyone's alibis.
You already got ours.
So you just want mine and his?
Yes, please!
Oh, Ojima sucked it.
I was in his room all night. He went and slept in my room. That's it.
Ojima? Verify?
He's kind of out of it.
Ojima!
He's out.
What?
He's not gonna answer. He's out. He's dissociating. Whatever it is he does, he's doing it. He's out.
But it's the middle of the investigation.
Believe me, I'm well aware.
I need him to verify your alibi.
You could do it at the trial.
Look, I'm gonna see if I can get him awake for the trial, okay? He'll testify. He'll back me up.
Fine. He'd better though.
Now go find Harada. You're supposed to be investigation partners.
You're not in charge, you know?
Well, you're listening to me anyway, so I guess I kind of am.
Oh boy, don't get a big head about it.
Fuck.
You okay?
I'm fine. God, my mouth.
All right.
Still giving you trouble?
Yeah, a bit. Takeshi, come on, let's go.
Good luck, guys.
Any luck?
Not particularly.
How are you this useless?
Well, I don't have very much experience in maintenance, honestly.
Gotta admit, you've been at this for a while. Sure you don't want to let Kamimura take a look?
I can do it myself, I assure you.
If you say so. Kamimura, you think you can climb up there?
I mean...
You know, you can say no.
Then, no. Probably not.
Damn. I think I might be too heavy for the rope, honestly.
We may just have to wait for the ladder.
I'm working on it.
I feel like we're just kind of stuck here for now. We can't go into the trial without investigating the body, though. Like, that's not an option.
Right.
I'm gonna go see if we've got a second ladder in the incinerator room or the storage room or something. Don't let him out of your sight.
Right.
I'll be right back.
The hell? Are you, like, good, or?
I'm fine.
Look, it's not that big a deal. Hayashi's gonna go get another ladder.
It's not about that.
Yeah, that's
What are you
why.
even crying about?
I'm not useless.
Huh?
It's my fucking hand.
Right.
I'm not useless. It's just not working.
You still can't move it.
No.
Can I sit here?
Fine.
Look, I know we're not exactly friends or anything, like, we don't talk, but, I mean, I get it, you know? What you're going through?
Right.
So, like, if you want to talk about it, I'm probably the guy to talk to.
Huh?
God, fuck. Stop looking at me like that. You're so pathetic. Jesus, just... All I'm saying is that I get how it feels when your body won't do what you want it to do, and everyone else's bodies are working just fine, okay? It feels like you suck, and it feels like it just isn't fair. It feels like life is just out to get you for no reason. You're new to this, and I'm not, so just... I don't know. Let me shoulder some of it for you, I guess. I can help, is what I mean.
Working on the shit one-handed isn't gonna get you anywhere anyway. Let me take a look at it.
Right. Thank you, Kazutoshi.
Ew, don't call me that. We're not friends. The hell? It's not broken. It's disassembled. There's pieces missing.
Oh.
What?
Someone did this on purpose.
Got nothing. Any luck?
No. It's pretty bad, actually. We're missing parts.
Missing parts? So what, someone took them?
I don't know. But it definitely didn't just fall over and break. Someone took it apart.
Didn't someone notice that before? I don't remember who though.
And we don't have the parts.
Right.
So we can't put it back together.
Right.
So we're fucked then.
Correct.
That means we need someone to go up the rope.
Like who? Tamba?
There's no time. She still has to sweep all the dorms with Hasagawa. You're sure you can't go up?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I mean, I could probably do it.
You're sure?
I don't have Princess Tamba's level of experience with aerial silks, but I'm familiar with the technique she was teaching Miss Chiba, at the very least. I think I could probably do it.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd have to investigate the body. You know, like really investigate the body. Thoroughly. Can you do that?
I mean, if it'll bring her justice, then...
Alright, then up you go. You want a boost? Head start?
That could be helpful.
Alright, come here.
Don't forget, once you get up there, you've got a job to do. Search her whole body.
Yeah, seriously, don't slack.
I won't.
And up we go.
Okay. I think I'm good.
Can you head up?
With some difficulty, but yes.
Nice work, Shigeki.
Alright, let's see.
God.
Keep it together. What are you seeing?
Well, the rope is knotted around her neck. Fairly tightly at that. It looks like they tied it a few times.
What else?
Do I have to touch her?
Yes, investigate.
There's blood
What?
What the hell?
around her neck. And in her hair. There's blood.
Check in her mouth.
Oh, so she did bleed a bit.
What?
You said you'd investigate, Yanagi. Check her mouth.
Perhaps she, like, maybe bit her tongue or her cheek while she was struggling, maybe?
Okay. There's blood in her mouth.
Right. Okay, anything else you're seeing? Can you check under her fingernails?
What?
Skin.
Anything. Blood, debris, anything that might show a struggle.
A bit of blood under her fingernails.
Oh. So, I have a gut feeling that it's not because she fought someone, it's because she was trying to undo the rope around her neck. That's probably why there's, like, markings around it. Like, she was alive when she was hung. And that is her cause, most likely her cause of death. Fuck.
Huh. Anything on her back?
You're thinking there might have been a pool.
Right. Yeah.
What?
What's up?
She's wearing 2 sets of clothes.
Oh. Oh, that's weird. That means, who wants to bet that under her jammies is her gym clothes? They couldn't find it in her room, that's right, so she's probably wearing it. Guess the killer didn't think that they would actually be able to get a look at her body.
What?
Under her pajamas. She's wearing her gym clothes.
What the hell?
Who else wants to bet those jammies are not hers and they just picked it up from the storage room to make it look like she died while getting out of bed? The killer trying to confuse everyone in the trial.
There's a lot of blood.
On her clothes? On her body?
Both.
Jesus, okay, you still doing okay up there, Yanagi? Not gonna fall?
No, I'm okay. What else do I need to check?
Any chance you can untie her?
Definitely not. Not while I'm on the rope, at least. We need a ladder.
Wait, so the blood, is it on both layers of clothes?
Not on her pajamas, no. No.
Oh, so it kind of sounds like she actually was physically attacked. And they put the pajamas on to hide it. Better, to try to hide it.
Not from what I can see, at least.
Huh. Alright.
Anything else? Anything at all?
I don't think so.
Alright, come back down then.
Hey, Hayashi, can we check something real quick?
What's up?
I want to flip the mattresses.
Yeah? For what?
In case they have blood on them.
I just want to see if we're missing any more blood.
Not a bad idea. Hold on. Wow.
Oh my.
Yep, I'd call that a bloodstain.
Or a few bloodstains. Sheesh.
Ooh. Okay, so that completely changes things. Blood on her clothes, her hair, mattresses. So she wasn't just hung, she was probably beaten as well. Although Yanagi would have possibly noticed bruising on her body, unless he didn't really get a good look at her skin.
How do they think they were gonna pass this off as a hanging with this much blood lying around?
Better question, where the hell did all this blood even come from? You didn't see a wound up there, right, Shigeki?
Definitely not.
Then what the hell?
Maybe her mouth?
Still, that's a lot of blood to be coming out of one person's mouth.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the 2 separate bloodstains that are getting to me.
Maybe Chiba's not the only one that got hurt.
We should flip the rest of the mattresses, just to be sure we've got all our bases covered.
Right, good idea.
Can I go switch gloves?
No time. Welcome to crime scene investigation.
Just take them off for now. Here.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice try. You get some, not the whole damn bottle. Shit's tiny.
Regardless, thank you.
Nice nails.
Nothing. They're all clean.
So what now?
We've got some time left. Let's search the rest of the auditorium one more time. This room's the most important one. We need to be sure we've got everything.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like most of the evidence is in the auditorium.
Right. Good idea.
You, stick with me.
Right.
Alright, what's next?
Storage closet. I haven't been in here before. I'm not really sure what to look for.
I've only really peeked inside. It's mostly supplies for the AV room, I think. Extension cords and stuff. A few cleaning supplies, too. I also stole some keyboard duster.
Keyboard duster's pretty good, I guess.
Huh? Anyway, I don't know how well we'll be able to search this place. It's pretty messy.
And cramped. Maybe you should go in alone?
Maybe we just skip it.
Do you not trust me?
Well,
What is it you think I'm going to do?
I mean, if it's that big of a deal to you, can't you just go in alone?
I could, but you're smaller than me. I just thought it would be more fitting for you to go.
I don't really want to.
Because you think I'm going to let you in.
It's not about you. Honestly, I promise.
No.
I just don't really like tight spaces like that.
I see. That's unfortunate. You fit into them really well.
Thank you, I think. I guess.
Honestly, we can see everything just fine from here. And I don't really see anything worth investigating. So, we could just go to the bathrooms. That's fine with me.
I think that'd be a good idea.
These are closed at night, right?
They are, yeah. Any rooms with running water are closed at night.
I see. Let's take a look regardless, just to be safe.
Right, yeah.
Should we start with the men's room then?
Sure.
Nothing in the sinks.
Stalls are looking pretty normal too. The bathrooms are not really a great place to hide any evidence you're not gonna flush.
Did you check the tanks?
Huh? You mean the top part?
Yeah.
No. Should I?
If I was going to hide something in a bathroom, that's where I'd hide it.
Alright, I'll look.
Sorry. This is just an experiment.
Oh, Kazaki! What do you mean by experiment? Open the door!
What'll you do if I don't?
Well...
Oh, stop giving water trauma. He's already been through enough.
Please, just this taupe door. investigating and running out of time. And why are you doing this?
Curiosity, mostly.
Okazaki! Seriously?
I'm serious, too.
But I didn't do anything to you!
I know. I already told you. I'm just doing experiments.
Stop.
This isn't funny. Open the door. I didn't do anything.
You keep saying that. I already told you that it's not about punishment.
But it feels like it's gonna
Open the
feel...
door, Okazaki. I'm serious.
I'm not sure you being serious entails much. You're not really much of a threat.
Okazaki!
Yes?
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I don't understand.
You've mentioned as much.
Please. Please let me out. Please. Please let me out.
Why?
I didn't do anything.
So?
Please.
Stop.
Alright. I think I know everything I need to know. See? I let you out.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. We should keep investigating now. Let's go.
That scared me. I actually thought he found something in the toilet. Oh. We love Okazaki in her habit of baffling behavior. Jeez.
Why is the incinerator running?
Uh-oh.
Wait, hold on. Why is the incinerator running?
Did the killer throw something in there?
How do I turn it off? Who ran the incinerator? There could have been evidence in here. Why would somebody... Ow.
Crap. His face.
Okay, so I don't think we're gonna find much in here since someone decided to run the incinerator. Why would somebody... Takeshi, I'm seriously going to lose it. I need you here. God damn it! I can't do this! My fucking mouth hurts and my head hurts and I'm tired and shaky and I need... God damn it! I need you! I need pills! I need... Why would someone kill her? What's the fucking point?
Oh, that was him making that. Oh?
Nakamigawa?
Huh?
Hey, what? Are you okay? Come here. Sorry. I needed to. I'm sorry. Really. Why is the incinerator running?
I have no idea. I don't know how to turn it off.
I don't know if there's much of a point by now. Did we find anything else?
Not really. There was some stuff in the kitchen, but... God, I can't even focus. My fucking mouth hurts so bad.
Still? I'm starting to get worried. Do you think it's infected?
Hell if I know. Just... God.
Is there anything else we need to look at in here?
No.
Then, do you want to keep going? Or maybe take a break?
We don't have time.
Right. Well, let's just take it easy then. Where do we need to go?
Medbay.
Medbay. All right. That's not too hard. Come on.
I don't know, she came back earlier.
Alright, let's take a crack at this.
Wait. No. We can't go in there.
What? Of course we can. What do you mean?
That's Kazutoshi's room.
And?
And I mean, that's Kazutoshi's room.
You said it yourself. We need to investigate every room. That means his room too.
His room was investigated, like, last investigation, so probably not gonna be that. I don't think he'd really care as long as he don't touch his shit, I guess.
He doesn't like people going in his room, though.
Hasegawa! We need to check every room!
I mean, can I at least do it alone? He'd be really mad about you going through his stuff.
No! How many times do I have to remind you that we're not allowed to split up?
You're right. Sorry. Just, Kazutoshi's a really private person, so don't bring any of this up with him. He'd rather just not know you were in here at all.
I won't. Promise. Cross my heart. Whoa, it's so clean in here.
Right?
And it smells good.
It always smells good in here. I don't know what he does.
I totally get why you study in here.
It's great for that.
He made the bed and everything. My room's not nearly this neat.
If he didn't make the bed every morning, it'd be a disaster. He's up like 100 times a night.
Doesn't even look like anyone lives here. What about his workstation? It's just empty?
Oh, no. He's got all these cleaning supplies and forensic tools and stuff. He just has everything put away. He keeps the desk clear in case I need it.
I'm surprised that he even lets you use it.
Me too.
What are we even looking for again?
Evidence. But I was in here for most of the night, so I think I know if there was anything weird.
Still, I'm gonna do some poking around.
Just don't get too invasive with it. Don't touch that.
Ooh, what do we have here?
Tamba!
Holy crap! There's a lot of bottles in here. What even is all of this?
It's just some stuff he takes. It's none of your business. This has nothing to do with the case.
Hey, so, I mean, what does he have anyway?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, is he dying or something? What does he have?
That's kind of a personal question.
It's not like he's here, though. I promise I won't tell him if you tell me.
Tamba, no. Seriously, I'm not talking about this. He got so mad at me last time.
Yeah, this is his personal information.
Just, is he okay?
That's a loaded question. Can we please just focus on the investigation?
Fine. Just, I don't know. He worries me.
What do you mean?
Well, like, the bunny said he tried to kill himself. So, like, I don't know. Is he gonna...
No. He's not.
You're sure?
He's not.
What's all of this?
Tamba! Seriously, you're overstepping.
I'm investigating.
Let's just go. There's nothing to find here.
Whoa! Look at that! Some actual clutter! And I thought he was perfectly tidy.
Huh?
Glass from the kitchen.
What? He didn't go anywhere last night.
Maybe Suno brought it over. She brings him dinner, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. It's just a glass.
Right, just... I don't know. I don't like mysteries.
I get that. I think we really are done in here now, though. If you want to move on.
I'd love to.
Alright, come on. Which one is this?
Ojima's room.
Ugh. I didn't expect it to be such a mess in here. That bed is not made.
It's kind of cluttered, yeah. The artwork's nice, though.
You can tell which ones are Ojima's and which ones are Hiroaki's.
Definitely. Hiroaki's drawings are so...
Sharp?
Yeah, definitely. Ojima's are a lot flowier, colorful.
They're both pretty talented. I can't draw at all.
God, me neither. Not my strong suit.
You seeing anything? Nothing's really jumping out at me. It's just kind of messy. That's about it.
I mean, it looks pretty much the same as the last time I was in here. Are these two living together?
I genuinely do not know. Like, I'm not the only one noticing how many of Hiroaki's clothes are here, right?
You definitely aren't.
Okay, good. I'm not seeing anything in the bathroom either, so I'm ready to head out if you are.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm pretty sure Wada's room is next.
Ooh, fun! I wonder what kind of workstation he's got.
Probably some recording equipment, I'd imagine. I think he mentioned having a PC.
Yeah.
What? He gets a computer? No fair!
I doubt it can do all that much. It's probably pretty similar to the computers in the AV room.
What's with all the messy rooms? Why can't people pick up after themselves? It's not like we've got a whole lot else going on.
I think he probably just has other priorities right now.
What's this?
It's an oxygen tank.
Right. He was pretty sick yesterday. Glad he's feeling better.
Right.
I mean, unless he was faking it.
I doubt it. Him and I think Suno said that they were together for pretty much the whole night.
I'm just saying, he bounced back pretty fast, right? Plus, it would definitely steer some suspicion off of him.
That would be overkill.
If you say so. What? Huh?
What's up?
Am I the only person in this building who isn't stealing and hoarding things from the storage room? Look at all this food! Why does he need this in his room? It'd be way easier to just take it from the storage room to the kitchen!
That's... Wow. Yeah, that is a lot of food, actually.
Oh, it's probably... I forgot that he's cooking with Suno. So...
Sheesh. Is that suspicious? I don't even know.
I'll write it down, just to be safe, I guess.
I might snag some. This stuff looks tasty.
That's stealing.
He stole first!
I don't think there's anything else for us in here. We should keep moving. We're gonna run out of time.
Right. Let's pick up the pace a bit. Who's next?
Yanagi.
Ugh, Yanagi. I don't know how to feel about him these days. Honestly, I think he might be guilty.
What? Really? Why?
Because,
Nah, he would not do this. I was gonna say that a good reason would be one of the reasons why he probably wouldn't do it was his hand injury, perhaps. But mostly because he said over and over again that he would never lay a hand on a lady as cheap as a girl.
He tried to kill Hiroaki. What's stopping him from trying to kill Chiba?
She's just a little girl. Or, I mean, kind of. I don't think Yanagi would do that.
Did you think Sasaki would do that?
Well, yes, actually. She kind of seemed like she hated us. A lot.
Oh, this place looks nice. Well kept. Nice stereo.
I've actually been kind of curious about what a figure skater's workstation would even look like.
Like a dance studio, apparently. This looks a lot like my workstation.
Definitely.
The more rooms we investigate, the more I realize how good Kamimura's room smells.
Isn't it crazy?
For real. It's barren in here. You ready to move on?
I think so. No point in hanging around if there's nothing to find.
Then let's just charge forward. I don't want us to run out of time.
Right. Harada.
I wonder if he's got any more animals in his room. Like a fish or a snake or something.
No, just
I'm sure he'd have mentioned it if he did.
room! Jeez.
In his defense, he's sharing it with a tiger.
True. Plus, Hiroaki tore the place apart a few days ago.
Right. I'd heard about that. Why was that again?
No idea. People won't talk about it for some reason. Nobody tells me anything in this place.
Might be worth bringing up. I don't know how relevant it'll be, but I definitely want to have all the information I can.
Does Harada only work with big cats? He's a zoologist, right?
He works with anything, but prefers big cats.
But this is all cat stuff.
Well, if he's only got Saw in here, that makes sense. They wouldn't really need to equip him for animals he's not working with.
Some of this stuff definitely isn't his. Like, what even is this?
That is a master's level textbook in Latin.
What? Who would
It's
even...
Hama's.
Huh? How do you know that?
We both spend a lot of time in the library. If it's Latin, it's Hama's.
A bunch of this stuff looks like it's probably Hama's.
A bunch of the stuff looks like it's probably Chiba's?
I hope Hama and Harada are doing okay.
Somehow, I doubt it.
Let's get going.
Right.
Ooh, your room. Anything you want to hide before we go in there? Are you a secret creeper or something?
What? What would even make you think that? I don't have anything weird.
I believe you. It's just funny to watch you freak out. Come on. What? Hasagawa? It's a mess in here. This is the worst room yet. You're a total slob.
It's not that bad. It's just clutter. It's not like I've got garbage lying around or something.
But it's everywhere. How do you and Kamimura get along this well? Your room is a total disaster. I can barely see the floor in here.
You're exaggerating.
I'm really not.
Just investigate whatever you need to investigate so we can go.
I'll try. But I might go missing in here first.
Come on.
What's this?
Paxil?
Am I the only one here who isn't on something?
It's not like I'm doing drugs or something.
What about this?
That's my math workbook. None of this is evidence.
You keep a math workbook on your nightstand?
Yeah,
I do a bit of studying before bed. There's nothing wrong with that.
Maybe, but it's still weird. Do you get...
Not really. I mean, what else is there to do?
And good grades?
Very good grades.
I figured. Alright, it's looking clear in here. I think we're good to move on.
Glad you think so.
You know, your room probably wouldn't be such a mess if you leave it every once in a while.
What? Huh? I leave my room all the time.
Yeah.
Like when?
I come to every group meeting, and I come by for coffee in the morning, so...
Well, yeah, but you never come hang out with us.
Well, geez, I wonder why, with company as delightful as Yanagi and Hiroaki.
Hey, come on. Yanagi's not so bad. He just had a mental break or something. I don't know. It's been a bad week for people.
Still, I'm just more comfortable in my room. I don't really like talking in big groups like that.
No? Why not? I love hanging out in groups.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't really do well around people.
I think you do pretty okay. I mean, I know I like talking to you. When you're not hanging out with Kamimura, at least.
Thanks? I think?
You just need to get out more. Who's this one?
Hiroaki. I'm sure it's not so bad. He mostly just sticks to Ojima's room anyway, right?
Yeah, but still. I bet it's a mess in here. He doesn't exactly scream personal responsibility.
I don't think it is a mess from when Wada and Suno checked it.
Surprisingly tidy.
Bed's made.
Desk's a mess, though. Check out his drawings.
Oh, wow. I can never wear any of this stuff.
No? I think you'd look good in that jacket. Then again, I've never seen you out of a suit.
I promise I'm usually not in a suit. That's just all they gave me in my closet.
Nah, I totally get it. I promise I'm not always wearing my leotard and sweats. How come Hiroaki gets all these different outfits and we get crap?
Because he's a designer? Clothing designer?
Well, I mean, maybe it's because he's a designer. Did he make all these?
Probably. They look like his drawings, right? Some of them, at least. Really sharp and bold.
I don't understand how he pulls off everything.
You're totally underestimating yourself. I bet you can pull this one off.
Tamba, don't go through his closet like that. It's a total privacy violation.
You went through Chiba's dresser drawers.
That was different. I was just checking for something.
So am I. I'm looking for evidence.
Hold on. Tamba? Bed. Look.
Is that blood?
I can't really tell.
Uh-oh.
I think so. It's not much.
No, it's not. Still, though, write that down. We'll ask him about it.
I mean, Chiba wasn't bleeding, was she?
Honestly, I didn't spend a lot of time looking at her. I don't even really want to think about her, since it's kind of my fault she died.
What?
What?
No, it isn't. What do you mean? Tamba, what do you mean?
Are you like, is it teaching her how to do the silk technique?
I was the one who told her to keep climbing. I was the one who pushed her. If I hadn't made it seem so important, if I had let her stop, she'd be alive.
I think Chiba would have kept climbing, whether you told her to or not.
Yeah.
She wanted to get all of us out alive. I don't think she'd have been willing to give up on that either way.
Let's just do the last room.
Right. Hama's room.
There's lots of Chiba's stuff in here.
Should we put it away? Is he gonna be okay coming back to this?
I'm not sure if we should touch it.
Don't touch it.
Maybe we should just leave it up to Hama.
Absolutely.
Right. Just maybe we should ask if he needs any help.
She's got some toys in here, some clothes, some makeup. Not sure if any of this is evidence, though. I think she just spent a lot of time in here.
Then I think we're just about done, right?
Right. Right.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah. I'm just fine. Sorry. Let's get back to the elevator.
Is there anything else we want to check? Do we have any time left?
I don't think so. This is about as good as we're gonna get.
Then let's go.
We've got this, Ken.
Right.
No! Be more confident. We did a lot of investigating. We've got this.
Right.
We're gonna catch the guy.
Right. Wait. Who said it was a guy?
Oh, yeah. We're gonna catch someone.
God, I hope so.
Alright, let's see what other rooms they have left. Unless this is it. Medical bay.
Okay, let's just wrap this up so we can get to the... What in the absolute hell happened in here?
Why does it smell like that?
What even makes a smell like that?
Hold on, turn around.
Why?
Trust me. Okay, so, don't look.
Uh-oh, the med bay has a lot of blood in it.
But there's blood.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, just keep your eyes off the floor and, avoid the middle of the room, okay?
I can't just wait outside?
I mean, I have no problem with that, but you're the one who said we can't split up, right?
That's different. I wouldn't have made that rule if I thought it was gonna apply to me.
Nakamigawa.
I'll just stay turned around. Tell me what you're seeing.
Okay, well, there's the blood, for starters.
Huh. So, I guess the med bay is probably one of the places where Chiba was last before her death. Perhaps this is where she died. No. Maybe this is actually perhaps where the killer took her. Because she died in the auditorium. By the sounds of it.
It's just a few drops in the middle of the floor.
What?
There's also What even is that? Hold on.
Takeshi?
Yeah, one sec. It's ash, I think? It looks like ash.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some ash.
What the hell? Ash?
Yeah, a decent amount of it. The mattress on the bed's a bit burnt too. What the hell happened in here?
You think it might be relevant?
Obviously.
It's definitely worth bringing up. A few things in here are burnt now that I look a little closer. One of the cabinets is wide open. It looks like we're missing some bottles.
Again? How many people are raiding this medbay?
Well, I mean, it wasn't you, right?
What? No, of course not.
You promise?
I promise it wasn't.
Right. Well... What the hell?
Huh?
There's a gun!
What?
What? In the cabinet! There's a pistol!
You're kidding. A real one?
Yes, a very real one.
Don't touch it or anything.
Where did someone even find this? I think I'd remember if any of the rooms had guns in them.
What are you guys yelling about?
Is everything okay?
We found a gun!
What?
Seriously?
Wait, okay. This is important. Check how many bullets it has left.
It would actually make sense. Yeah, because the banging that a few of the other students heard, something tells me that she was shot. That would explain all the fucking blood around her. But they didn't find an entry wound of the bullet.
What? I'm not touching it.
Well, I'm not gonna touch it.
Maybe nobody should touch it?
What kind of gun?
It's just a pistol.
Can we put it in a bag or something? Bring it to the trial?
Your genius idea is to bring a potentially loaded gun into a crowded room?
Well, what are we supposed to do with it?
Find out who it belongs to?
I feel like they're probably not going to be super eager to admit that it's theirs.
Then, I mean, does anyone here know how to use a gun? Maybe we can unload it or something, turn the safety on?
No idea.
Nope.
Sorry.
Then I think we should back it up and just be very careful bringing it to the group. Maybe someone there will know how to use it.
All right.
Okay, sorry, I was just forgetting her name. Hayashi. I think Hayashi uses guns in her work.
Someone run and grab a bag then. Or something. Anything. I don't know.
On it.
Oh, wow. Oh!
Sorry for the delay. I'm here now.
Monoko, I heard you're in a bit of trouble.
I don't believe the reason for my summoning is any of your concern, Dr. Kunayasu.
How do you always manage to get written up?
I haven't been written up. I've simply been summoned to talk.
That'll be enough out of you, Seki.
Looks like the big boss is here.
Go.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Yonakura, how are you?
We're not here to talk about that. Would you care to explain yourself?
I'm afraid I don't understand what you're referring to.
Then let's review. Shall we look over the list of equipment you've brought into the killing environment without my permission? Let's start with the oxygen tank, since that's the first time I actually noticed your complete carelessness. You were not permitted to bring an oxygen tank into the killing environment.
My apologies. Student 6 was experiencing difficulty breathing due to the motive. I thought that if he passed as a direct result of the epinephrine gas, it would disrupt the intentions of the game.
Okay then, let's talk about the contraband that you allowed student 14 to bring into the killing environment. Or better yet, the contraband that you allowed student 12 to bring into the killing environment.
I was unaware that students 12 and 14 were carrying contraband.
I don't think you were. Monoko, let me make one thing extremely clear. I am the team lead for this project. Decisions on what resources are brought into the killing environment have to go through me. You're disrupting the game. Is there anything else I should know about?
Dr. Yonakura, I don't believe I've done anything wrong.
Then maybe we need to have a discussion about what exactly your role is.
Good idea.
Seki, go.
Without direct interference, Student 6 would have likely died.
Then what's your excuse for Student 14? I already had my concerns about this after your request for Student 4 last week. You do not exist to make their lives comfortable. You exist to run the game.
That is certainly not why I exist.
Well, it's why you're here. You know, the other day, I was speaking to Dr. Khan in regards to your participation in this project.
That seems somewhat unnecessary.
I disagree, but regardless, Dr. Khan is fairly certain that your role in the killing game is an unnecessary one.
Dr. Khan lacks any sort of perspective on anything outside of his personal office, Dr. Yonakura.
Dr. Khan outranks you tremendously.
I don't see how that's relevant.
Monomoko, you aren't here to argue. You aren't here to offer your perspective, and you aren't here to make excuses. You're here because I am giving you very explicit instructions to stop sneaking contraband into the school. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Dr. Yonakura.
All future material deliveries will be run by me first. Is that understood?
Yes.
Very good. Then we're done here. You can go.
Looks like you got in trouble after all.
I find your behavior unprofessional.
That's a shame. Dr. Yonakura seems to like me just fine.
That's highly debatable.
Oh, wow.
I think you'd be better off continuing to hide behind Dr. Khan's leg.
Oh.
I'm returning to my observation center now. Goodbye.
Oh dear. Oh.
Attention students.
That's it.
The time allocated for your investigation has ended. Please report to the trial elevator immediately. Your trial will begin shortly.
Let's see what you do.
Alright, that's about what I expected.
You think we did enough?
I'm not sure what else we could have done.
You guys got here fast.
We finished up early in the auditorium. We only came over a few minutes ago.
Kazutoshi, hey.
Hey, hope Rui didn't give you too much trouble.
I was a delay.
Actually, I need to talk to you about something real quick.
Sorry for the wait. We're here. Huh?
I'm so sorry.
Are you okay?
How did everyone's investigation go?
We have a gun.
What?
Huh?
It's in here.
They found a gun.
In the med bay.
We were kind of hoping someone would know how to turn the safety on.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
I suppose that means it's time to go.
Can we handle the gun first?
I think we best sort it out during the trial. No point in wasting time.
That's fine, I guess.
Come on, let's get this over with.
Come on.
Alright, let's see how it goes. No idea who's going to be detective.
Here we go again.
Hello, students. Welcome to the trial grounds.
Wait, was the backdrop always blue before? I don't remember that.
I'm glad you could join me here today. Each of the 16 podiums before you has been labeled with a nameplate. Please make your way to your podium. This is where you will stand for the duration of the trial. Please do not disturb the unoccupied podiums.
Those are Isano, Sasaki, and Chiba's podiums, right?
That's correct.
The hell is this?
You've been provided with seating arrangements to avoid another unnecessary intermission.
That's stupid.
But then, you sat down anyway?
Before we start talking, can we do something about the gun?
Yeah, I'd really like that.
Pass it here.
Here.
There. Safety's on.
maybe you should keep that at your podium for now.
I second that.
Agreed.
So should we dive right in with what we know? Cause, Hasegawa and I have a lot to say. We covered a lot of ground.
I think it might be smarter to start with what we already know, just to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Alright, well, Hama's the one who found her, right? So, Hama, tell us exactly how your morning went down.
Me? I woke up, and then I went to go get Chiba, 'cause she usually hangs out in my room while I do my morning workout.
You knocked on her door?
Yeah, but she wasn't there, so I thought maybe she was still climbing. And I went to go check out the auditorium. And she was hanging there.
Alright, your testimony's noted. I'd like to hear everyone else's testimonies as well.
So we're starting with testimonies again. How useful is that going to be if we don't even know when she died?
Fine, then let's sort out when she died. I've kind of been wondering that too.
Yeah, I was under the impression that she died in the night, but she's in the auditorium.
The last time I saw her was a little bit before the nighttime announcement went off.
Yeah, the backdrop was orange last time. Okay, that's what I thought.
Did anyone see her after that?
Actually, that's still telling. Did anyone see her go back to her room? Where was everyone when the nighttime announcement went off? Was there anyone around who should have seen her go back to her room?
No, I was walking back from the AV room.
To where?
My room. It didn't take too long, though. I could have missed her pretty easily.
I was with her, so my testimony is much of the same.
I was already settled in for the night by then.
I think everyone was.
Damn it. Alright. So, nobody would have seen her either way. Does anyone know if Chiba locks her door?
Never.
Yeah, it's always unlocked.
That's generally inadvisable.
Yeah, seriously, can people stop leaving their fucking doors unlocked?
I'd like to second that notion. I wasn't expecting it to become such a phenomenon.
Shut up. Who asked you?
So we know that Chiba was in the auditorium right before the nighttime announcement, and we know that she was dead in the auditorium by morning. Is it possible that she went back to her room at night, then went back to the auditorium when she woke up?
I woke up right at the morning announcement.
Yeah.
I couldn't have taken more than 10 or 15 minutes to get down there. Is that enough time?
Not sure. Crime scene team?
Pretty sure that's a no. Yanagi, how dry was the blood?
Fairly dry.
Wait, huh? Since when was there blood?
Oh, we found blood too.
I think we're starting to get a bit sidetracked. Maybe now is a good time to go over everyone's investigations? It might help fill in some of the gaps.
Good idea.
Then I'll go first, because I'm in charge.
Well, I'm in charge.
And I'm second in charge.
Literally none of you are in charge.
Just go.
I kind of thought Hayashi was in charge.
Same.
Guys, it doesn't matter who goes first. We're all gonna talk.
Then I'll start. Wada and I investigated the art room, library, drama room, music room, AV room, storage closet, and bathrooms. We found absolutely nothing.
Right.
Well, except for a bit of a mess in the library. Someone's been leaving books out.
Sorry.
Oh.
I got tired last night and forgot to go put them away when I was done studying.
Forgiven.
But in most libraries, you're really not supposed to reshelve the books as a patron, so...
Damn right. Put it on the cart.
Or on the table at some places.
Objection! Relevance!
Aside from that, we didn't really find anything at all, which is frustrating.
Then we can probably move...
Oh, actually, hold on. I just remembered something. Well, during the investigation, I was kind of starting to think that Wada might have killed her. You know?
What?
Well, she was hanging from the vent, right? So I started building this theory that maybe she had been killed in the vent. Kamimura wouldn't have been able to get up there, but Wada probably could have. So I thought maybe he followed her up into the vent and killed her.
I doubt it. I feel like there would have been blood at the vent. Sorry, on the vent.
There's literally no way in hell Wada could have climbed that rope.
That too.
I mean, I could say the same thing about Chiba, but she didn't.
She didn't climb all the way up, though.
Anyway, I thought that's what had happened, but then when we were investigating the closet, he mentioned he was claustrophobic, which would have made it kind of hard for him to use the vent.
Unless he was lying.
Which is exactly what I thought. So I conducted an experiment.
What?
I locked him in a bathroom stall for a couple of minutes.
What?
As a result, I can safely say he was not lying. His reaction was pretty genuine. I don't think he could have done it.
What's wrong with you? It couldn't have been him anyway.
You're just noticing it
I
now?
was with him all night.
Oh, really? I guess I could have just asked you then.
Okay. In the future, don't do that.
Yeah, maybe we should try to keep the investigation a bit more ethical.
What? Ethical?
Suno, what did you guys find?
Sorry, I was with Hama. We investigated the classrooms, main office, staff room, and bathrooms. Didn't find a single thing. I'm not sure if the killer was over on that side of the school at all, honestly.
I feel like I kind of want to hear more about what the crime scene team found.
Sure thing. Hayashi?
Kamimura, Yanagi, and I were stationed in the auditorium. Less evidence than you'd think in there, but we had a few standouts at least.
For sure. The ladder that we've been using to get up to the rope? The one that was lying broken on the floor this morning? Not broken. Disassembled. We couldn't fix it.
Someone took the pieces.
Wait, so they took it apart on purpose?
Yes.
Right.
I'd assume it was to keep us from investigating Chiba's body too closely. There were definitely a few things on that body that they didn't want us to find.
Sucks to be them. We got up there anyway. Yanagi?
She, right. She was hanging by her neck. The rope was knotted around her a few times. There was, blood all down her back and her chest and in her mouth.
Fingernails.
And under her fingernails. Right.
Blood?
Her neck.
I didn't see any blood.
Yeah, okay, so that part's kinda weird. You know how she was hanging in her pajamas?
Yeah?
That was actually her second layer of clothing. She was wearing her gym clothes under that.
What?
What?
Yeah, which kind of proves that she most likely did not. Didn't really. No, I don't think that makes sense now that I realize. I'm kind of. Mind's going blank.
Why?
I mean, probably to cover up the blood, right? That's the only thing I can think of, at least.
There was also a pretty good amount of blood on the mattresses.
Right. We flipped them all over just to check. But 2 of them were stained with blood.
2 separate blood stains. Both of them were pretty big.
We found blood too.
Yeah, same.
So did we.
What? Where?
Locker rooms.
Both of them?
Medbay.
Dorms.
Whose dorm?
I mean...
Hold on! Before we get into that, I'm so confused! She definitely died in the auditorium, right? Like, we're sure of that, right?
Definitely.
Pretty certain, yeah. If there's blood on the mattresses, I think it had to have been the auditorium.
I think that's the only way the timeline works out.
Okay, so then, why is there blood anywhere else?
We should rule out the idea that any blood might be unrelated to the crime scene. That's what happened last time, right? There were a few different bloodstains that weren't relevant.
Okay, let's go through them then. Was anybody bleeding in the medbay?
I mean, not since a few days ago, and we definitely cleaned that up after.
Right.
What did the blood in the medbay look like?
It was kind of like a smudge. A smudge, and a few drops around the smudge that were unsmudged. Yeah.
Wow, thanks for really busting out the layman's term there.
Is there really terminology for bloodstains?
Yeah.
Anyway, nobody wants to admit to bleeding in the medbay. Okay, so that one's probably relevant then. What about the locker rooms? There was blood in both?
Yeah, it was super weird.
Hasegawa and Tabor were the ones who found it originally. They sent us over to investigate a little deeper.
Yeah, and I'm glad they did. Because we found some crazy evidence. We thought it was super weird that both bloodstains were right in the middle of the room, so we measured it in paces.
Right. It turns out they weren't just in the same spot, they were in the exact same spot. The exact same distance from the locker room door in both rooms.
Kind of sounds like that's probably not related, possibly. Or is possibly even a trick from the killer.
The hell?
That'd be weird,
That's
though.
really weird.
And does anyone want to explain that one? Okay, so that one's probably related too. What about the third one?
Well, should we say?
Of course we should say! It's evidence! Evidence that points directly to the killer!
What?
We found a bloodstain, alright, in Hiroaki's room! In his bed!
In my bed?
So you think that means he did it then?
No. I feel like he would not at all do that. He's a pretty tiny person.
It's certainly something to be suspicious of!
Are you kidding me? Like I would ever bleed in my own bed! Ever! Why is there blood in my bed?
That's a good question.
Oh, hold on. That doesn't automatically mean he's suspicious. I mean, there was blood in the medbay too, and blood in the locker rooms.
Actually, that wasn't the only weird thing we found in the medbay. There was a weird amount of fire damage.
Fire damage?
Oh yeah, and then also mentioned the incinerator was on too.
Weird. I wonder how that got there.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Is it? I thought
It's super crazy.
Stop
Alright,
lying.
before we even dive into whatever the fuck they're talking about, can we please just finish talking about the investigations? I just want to make sure we have all the info we need moving forward.
Can we talk about how Kamimura's feet don't reach the floor when he's sitting like that?
The chair is admittedly somewhat high. We wanted to ensure he could see over the podium.
None of this is relevant
Okay,
at all.
Stop.
Can we
Sorry,
talk
that's a
about the
little funny.
investigation?
Right. Well, I guess we should go next then.
I think that's a good idea. Want me to start?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Hasegawa and I investigated the locker rooms and the dorms. You guys already know about the blood in the locker rooms, but as for the dorms, there's kind of a lot to unpack. We did the girls' side first, but when we were checking out Sasaki's room, it was weirdly empty.
What?
Yeah, Wada, Suno, you said her desk had a lot of notebooks on it, right?
Yeah, she had a ton of them.
We didn't see that at all. It was almost entirely empty.
What? That's weird.
Maybe Monoko cleared it out since she's gone now?
I did not. When a student is killed, their room will remain exactly how they left it.
Okay.
Unless a student decides to tamper with it, I suppose.
Then someone's taking her notebooks?
Nakamigawa!
Takeshi!
Hey!
Stop. Don't think it's him.
even think about it.
Yanagi, I feel like if there was stuff in his room, I feel like Tamba and Hasegawa would mention it.
I wasn't going to.
I don't care. Stay over there.
I'm sorry.
Hiroaki, are you taking her notebooks?
A few, yeah, but...
You...
Again, she would have wanted me to!
Stop.
She said so!
You're still reading her journal?
How is this anyone else's business?
Not
Oh my
related to the
fucking
trial.
god, can we
Yes.
please focus? Who cares? Hiroaki took the journals, case fucking closed. This has nothing to do with Chiba. Tell us about the next room.
Right. Chiba's room. It was messy, but I don't think there was anything too weird in there.
Honestly, my mind is kind of on the fact that the killer would have had to go into her room to get her pajamas. Did nobody see any of that happen?
Nope. Didn't see a thing.
Sorry.
Hell, I feel like we're losing so much evidence to bad timing.
Then we went to... Hey! Hold on! Then we got interrupted by Kamimura.
What? Interrupted? I was minding my own business. You're the one who flagged me down.
Why were you in the dormitories? You were supposed to be stationed in the auditorium.
Jesus, can you relax? I was getting a toolkit.
We were trying to fix the ladder.
I sent him for one.
Well, that makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is why you couldn't just get your own toolkit.
Huh?
You told me that you were getting a toolkit for Yanagi, but then you didn't get Yanagi's toolkit or your toolkit. You got Hasegawa's toolkit.
Tamba.
So why? Stop looking at me like I'm a jerk for even asking. We need to follow every lead we have. The killer probably used their toolkit to take apart the ladder, right? So if you're suddenly trying to use someone else's toolkit instead of your own, that's suspicious.
Don't think he did it.
She does raise a good point, actually. Kamimura, why didn't you get your own toolkit?
He doesn't have one.
What? Everyone has one!
Yeah, but not anymore. I mean, I borrowed it.
What? Why would you borrow it?
I was studying in his room and I needed to use it for something, so I borrowed it, and then I forgot to give it back.
Needed it for what? You are such a terrible liar.
Well, I mean...
Way to make yourself look even more suspicious.
And this is why I randomly assigned the pairs.
I took Hasegawa's because I didn't want Yanagi touching my fucking toolkit. It freaks me out when people touch my stuff, okay? God, now get off my ass about this.
That does make
We
sense.
can probably move on from it for now, at least. Which room did you investigate next?
My own room.
I investigated it. Nothing suspicious.
Then Hayashi's room.
Which, we're really sorry for going in your room without asking Hayashi.
Relax, you're fine.
Well, actually, we did find something in your room. Right, Hasegawa?
Huh?
The zip ties.
Oh, right. On the bedpost.
There was a little chain of zip ties, all linked together. What was that about?
Completely unrelated to the case. Yanagi was tied to my bed last night.
Huh?
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yanagi?
Why him and not me?
Oh my god, same.
It's nothing like that. Truly, it wasn't. I mean, she was supervising
I
me.
was watching to make sure he didn't go anywhere. Can you people stop being idiots for 5 seconds? Yanagi was in my bed, I was by the door. Get your damn minds out of the gutter. I didn't go anywhere near him until I cut the zip ties off his ankle in the morning.
Okay, so another thing unrelated to Chiba. Keep going.
Well, let me think. Nothing in Okazaki's room, nothing in Watare's room, nothing in Suno's room.
Nothing in Aizono's room either.
So then the boys, I guess? Nothing much in Kamimura's room. Ojima's room was pretty messy.
Did you not even make my bed?
I was kind of distracted by the body discovery announcement.
Makes sense.
Oh. Right.
Wait, so, okay. Hiroaki was sleeping in Ojima's bed? How many people were having sleepovers last night?
We'll get to that when we talk about the alibis. Just keep going.
Wada had the oxygen tank in his room, which makes sense. Oh, also, way too much food. He had half the storage room in there. What the hell, Wada?
Huh?
The big stash of junk food under your bed? You're totally taking more than your fair share.
But, I mean, everyone else said that kind of food is gross, so... And I mean, the storage room doesn't get restocked, so... I just wanted to make sure
Can we please stick to things that are relevant to the case? If this suddenly becomes the case of the missing shitty microwave cup noodles, then sure, we can fucking discuss it. But it's a murder investigation, so focus! Jesus fucking...
Easy.
Just talk about the next fucking room.
Nothing in Yanagi's room, nothing in Harada's room, nothing in Hasegawa's room. Hiroaki's room is the one where we found the blood, though.
Is there seriously blood in my bed? Where the hell am I gonna sleep tonight?
You already don't sleep in your own bed.
That's not on purpose or anything. I just so happened to pass out in his bed while he was working. It's not like it's a big deal. He just goes and sleeps in my...
Now hold on a minute.
Did you bleed in my bed?
Oh, that does make sense.
Takeshi!
Listen, I don't even remember that. I don't think it was me.
Well, it's not like it was someone else. You're the only person with my key. You slept in my bed last night.
Are you alright though? Why were you bleeding?
I mean, I think I'm fine. If I was bleeding, I really didn't notice it, but...
So once again, we're in the middle of a trial, and you don't remember a critical piece of information about where you were or what you were doing during the murder.
Yeah. Pretty much. Sorry.
Takeshi!
Really, I'm sorry. I'll try to remember.
It really wasn't much blood at all, just a few drops. It might have been nothing.
Mama's room was last. There was a lot of cheapest stuff in there, but I think it's usually there, right?
Yeah.
Then that's just about all we found, I think. I hope at least some of that info was useful.
Certainly wasn't completely useless. Who's next?
We'll go. Takeshi and I had the dining room, kitchen, laundry room, bathrooms, incinerator room, and pool.
Oh, we're gonna get to them mentioning someone. Oh. Ugh. Sorry, they're gonna mention the incinerator running. I don't know why I keep wanting to repeat that, but...
For about
like it's
4
really
of those, Ojima was completely checked out. So allow me to give you a recap.
Sorry again.
The dining room was pretty empty, except that someone was clearly in there either last night or this morning. Chairs were pulled out, there were dishes, there was a bag of chips. Clean up after yourselves. Seriously.
You're one to talk.
Nothing in the laundry room or bathrooms, but when we got to the incinerator room, the incinerator was on. That means someone either turned it on first thing in the morning, or someone turned it on during the investigation.
What?
So, does anyone want to fess up to that? Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Does that mean that someone was destroying evidence in the middle of the investigation?
Can't see it any other way.
But we were all in partners.
Okay, so then it's easy. Who split up during their investigation?
Wait, huh?
Whoever split up during their investigation is a suspect. I know it was a few of you.
Well, I mean, Watari and I split up, but I don't think either of us went anywhere near the incinerator, and it was only for a few minutes.
Besides, what evidence would we have been burning anyway?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We couldn't exactly go to the auditorium and get anything.
Hama and I split up for a few minutes too. But for most of that time, I was with Watari and he was with Harada. It was only a few minutes. We wouldn't have had time to run downstairs to the incinerator.
I think we're forgetting that Kamimoto was already at the crime scene, then split off and went to the dorms alone. It kind of sounds like he'd be the one running something from the crime scene to the incinerator.
He didn't take anything from the crime scene. There were 3 of us. We would have noticed.
The hell would I have taken?
Yeah, good
There was
point.
nothing to take.
The latter parts?
You cannot be buying this.
Nah, you didn't do it.
That's absurd.
Absurdly stupid. There's no way they'd incinerate.
That
They're
too.
metal.
I mean, do they have to incinerate? As long as nobody could find them, that'd be fine, right? They'd just have to be inaccessible until the trial and you'd be good to go.
I wouldn't have had the chance to get the parts either way. Yanagi was the one working on the ladder.
So maybe you simply hid the parts in the auditorium earlier.
No.
You knew you'd be gutting the crime scene, after all.
Hayashi did another check before they went to the elevator.
All you need to do is collect them and incinerate them later.
That would be so fucking pointless. If I was gonna get rid of the parts, why would I not get rid of them when I was disassembling the ladder?
Because it was nighttime. The incinerator would have been closed.
Okazaki! Why the hell are you doing this?
Hold on. It couldn't have been him anyway. I was with him all night.
Exactly.
All night? So, you didn't leave once?
Well...
I mean...
That's strange, Hasegawa. I distinctly remember running into you in the hall.
I only left a handful of time to go to the library. I couldn't have been gone for longer than 15 minutes at a time. And he was always there when I got back. He was asleep when I went back to my room.
I saw Kamimura in the med bay last night.
Yeah, I didn't really want to say anything, but I did too.
We did, didn't we? Strange.
I didn't do anything. This is stupid.
Hey, hold on. What were you guys doing in the med bay?
I'm a bit lost. Wasn't Wada meant to be the medbay? I thought he felt sick yesterday.
We moved him back to his room just before nighttime.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Don't sidetrack us. What were the girls doing in the medbay?
Nothing weird.
Convincing.
Should we just say it? It's not like we were being suspicious. It was just a slumber party.
Fine! We were having a sleepover last night.
In the med bay?
It didn't start in the med bay.
We were just hanging out in Watari's room.
For a while, yeah, but then we thought it might be cool to go down to the med bay and try to summon Sasaki's ghost?
I mean, I feel like that would be a sleepover thing, but really? Why Sasaki of all people?
It didn't work before you ask.
Oh, maybe that's where some of her notebook stuff have gone. Maybe.
Are you guys genuinely fucking crazy?
Yes.
You shouldn't go messing with undead spirits like that.
It's just girl stuff. You wouldn't get it.
Okay, so hold on. Is that where the fire damage came from?
Well, see, I tried to do a summoning dance.
What the hell does that even mean?
Well, I mean, dance is very spiritual, and fire is very spiritual. So, I thought that, it was worth a shot, so...
We almost burned down the medbay and we didn't even get to see a ghost.
But we did see Kamimura.
Yeah, we did. Why were you in the medbay?
Fuck it, let's not drag this out. I was getting painkillers.
What? No, you weren't. You didn't even come inside. You just came to the door for like 3 seconds and then left.
Was it while you were in there? Maybe he didn't want to bother anyone.
Because you guys were doing weird shit. I didn't want to walk into whatever the hell you guys were up to. So I just got some ice and went back to my room, okay? I didn't do anything.
But I never saw you leave.
You had already gone back to your room. I woke up and I needed some painkillers, so I went to the med bay. That's literally all that happened. Can we move on?
So is that where the blood came from too?
Huh?
The blood in the med bay. Was that you guys too?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the blood. No, that wasn't us at all. I've got no idea where that came from.
Does that mean someone else was in the med bay after us?
Looks like your name's not clear yet, Toshi.
Don't call me that.
We also found a gun in the med bay. Don't forget that part.
Oh hey! Yeah, that's definitely relevant.
Can I see it?
Sure. Just be careful, please.
I will.
But, yeah. We know what the fire damage was from now, but there's still the blood, the gun. What else?
There were a few pill bottles missing.
Right, there was a...
Jesus!
Oh my God!
I fucking knew she was going to shoot it. I guess she wanted to make sure it was a real gun.
Huh.
What the hell was that for?
Kamimura passed out.
What? Huh?
I just wanted to see if he would.
Why?
Because if the sound was enough to knock him out again, I don't think he can be guilty.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Did nobody else hear the noises last night? There were 2 big bangs, right? Nobody else heard them?
What? I didn't hear anything.
Seriously? Okay, so after we finished up in the med bay, Tamba and Okazaki and I went to the dining room to go get some snacks, yeah? And while we were there were these 2 big bangs. We ignored the first one, but then 20 minutes later, a little while later, there was...
I have a gut feeling that's the banging was from the gun being shot.
Another big bang.
Possibly a Chiba.
We were starting to get really freaked out. So Okazaki went to go check it out for us.
Right. I thought the sounds were coming from the auditorium, which was confusing because it was supposed to be locked, right?
Yeah.
But then I realized you could just get into the AV room. There's no door to the stairwell, just a curtain.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I just went in.
Okay, so that would explain how her body got... No comment. Sorry about that. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
No problem.
What?
Was that not intentional? If not, it seems... I just went in. No problem.
Oh,
what?
Oh, no.
Was that not intentional? If not, it seems like a fairly glaring oversight.
Wait, so, Okazaki, you went to the auditorium in the middle of the night.
Yes?
And you didn't see anything weird?
I mean, I saw the ladder on the floor, but that's about it.
You didn't see Chiba?
No.
I don't understand this timeline at all.
For real, what? The ladder fell before she died?
That can't be right.
I just assumed the bang was the ladder and went back to the dining hall.
You didn't put any thought into what might have knocked it over?
I didn't really care. I was in the middle of a social event.
But what about the other bang then? The ladder couldn't have fallen twice, right?
Then, maybe the gun?
How many bullets are in it?
Well, it's a 6-shooter, so it can hold 6 bullets. But right now, there's 4.
4. And you just fired one. So when we found it, there were 5?
Okay, so yeah, the gun was probably used in the death of Chiba.
Good math.
So then before we found it, someone had already fired it.
Then I bet that was the second bang.
Wait, I'm even more confused now. The gun got fired and the ladder fell, both before Chiba died. So, what was even happening?
That's honestly a really good question. I'm kind of confused too.
Well, hold on a minute. Maybe we're thinking about this the wrong way. The only thing we're going off of is that Okazaki didn't see Miss Chiba, right? Perhaps it doesn't mean she wasn't there.
Yeah, I got a gut feeling that possibly she was there when Okazaki took a look.
You think Okazaki just missed her?
Potentially. But I don't see how.
Maybe she was in the vent.
No. She couldn't get up there, no one can.
The blood in the locker rooms and in the med bay went through the vents?
Wait, but hold on. The only vent is in the gym, right? So the blood couldn't have...
The only usable grate is in the gym. There's still smaller vents in a bunch of other rooms. Only like the size of a soda can, so no good for climbing through, but definitely enough for blood.
So then, she made it in.
Oh, fuck.
What the hell happened?
If that's really what happened, it definitely narrows down our options to people who can fit into the vent.
But that's barely anyone.
It's Wada, Kamimura, and...
Chiba.
Is that it? And we already ruled Kamimura out, so...
We did?
Don't worry about it.
But we ruled Wada out too. I was with him all night. He was on oxygen. There's no way it could have been him.
What if only Chiba was in the vent? Could the killer have hit her from outside?
With a gun? Sure.
But we didn't see any bullet holes in the actual duct. They would have had to shoot her through it.
And if they shot her from outside the vent, they still would have needed to get her out the vent. Right?
Then maybe we can rule out the kill happening in the vent after all. If only Wada and Kamimura can fit in the vent and it couldn't have been either of them, that's it, right?
They could have gotten her out. Part of the rope was tied around her waist. They could have pulled her out.
I think it's probably important that we figure out how Chiba died.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, there was blood, right? From where?
We weren't really sure. I couldn't find any wounds on her body.
If there was blood in her mouth, then...
Then maybe she was poisoned!
Oh my god, please, no, we're not doing this again.
No, hear me out! There were pill bottles missing from the med bay, right? Hiroaki mentioned that.
Well, yeah, but...
So maybe it went down like this. She was in the auditorium. She's trying to climb the rope. In comes the killer, and wow! They've got an energy drink just for Chiba! How nice! Except it's full of poison!
But the drugs in the med bay don't...
She drinks it, climbs up into the vent, and bam! The poison hits! She coughs up a bunch of blood and dies. The killer pulls her out, hangs her up, and calls it a day.
But what about the ladder?
Stop saying it like you're excited about it.
It would explain why there's no wound. It would explain how she died in the vent. It would explain how...
There's blood on her back, Tamba.
Stop pitching this every time someone dies.
There's no way she could have coughed up so much blood that it ran through the vents and into the next room over.
Stop describing it.
The only thing that would make you bleed like that would be a good slash to the... Oh, shit!
Her neck. It's gotta be on her neck.
Of course.
Okay, well, that makes this even more confusing, because how the hell did they get her in the neck while she was in the vent?
There's no way they'd have the accuracy to shoot her in the neck through the duct.
And again, there were no holes in the duct itself.
But I mean, it had to be the neck, right?
Definitely, but I really don't understand how.
Maybe it would help if we could narrow down the possibilities a bit. Who could have been in the auditorium last night?
Watari and I were together all night.
I was in Wada's room. I didn't sleep at all.
I was sleeping all night, but Suno was watching me, so she knows I didn't go anywhere.
Yanagi and I were both in my room all night.
I was asleep.
I left my room for a bit to go look for Okazaki, but that was it. I only ran into Hasegawa.
You were looking for me?
I was, yeah. I was gonna ask for my reward back.
Oh.
And Yanagi was tied to Hayashi's bed. So let's see what we've got. It absolutely couldn't have been Wada, Suno, Yanagi, Tamba, or Watari. Everyone else is still completely unaccounted for.
The hell? I was with Yanagi.
By the door, right? That's what you said. So it would have been easy for you to just slip out once Yanagi fell asleep, correct?
Did anybody see me last night?
Nobody saw the killer going in and out of the auditorium either. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. It's like Takeshi said. Plenty of good evidence gets lost to bad timing.
You can't be serious.
Well, I mean, Hayashi would have known about the auditorium stairwell and the AV room, right? She did spend a lot of time up there yesterday.
What? Are you kidding me?
Hold on a minute.
She would have been able to climb the rope pretty easily, too.
No, she would have been too heavy.
She's certainly strong enough.
There's no way it would hold me. It's made of cheap bed sheets.
Plus, you've got a violent streak.
What?
Don't remind me.
Kamimura, did she leave the auditorium at all during the investigation?
Hazutoshi.
I mean... for like a few minutes, I guess, to go check the incinerator room for another ladder, but like...
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Hold on! The incinerator was... It was already running when I got there!
Oh, that changes things.
I didn't do anything!
No, it doesn't.
Okazaki's the one who admitted she went to the auditorium last night!
Right, but the entire rest of the night I was accounted for. Plus, I stuck with Wada for the entire investigation.
There's no way in hell I would have fit in the vent!
Pretty sure we already established that fitting into the vent isn't a necessity.
I don't think she did this.
Finally, the meathead's meatheadedness shines through.
Enough! It wasn't my...
No?
No.
And what makes you so sure of that one?
I didn't sleep last night.
What?
I imagine it's probably a little hard to sleep when you're zip-tied to a bedpost.
By the look on his face, I'd say more like it's a little hard to sleep when you're sleeping in a girl's bed.
You're kidding me.
The relevant part is that I was awake last night, and I know for a fact that Mai didn't go anywhere. She slept all night.
What a dork!
Stop being a kid about it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if Yanagi is telling the truth this time...
I am. Genuinely, I am.
Then we can rule out Hayashi too. Everyone else is a potential suspect.
Well, I mean, technically, I guess, but... you don't really think Hama would kill her, right?
Oh,
I
absolutely
mean,
not.
I'm kind of starting to think Hitowaki killed her, quite frankly.
Well, I'm not particularly...
What?
Yeah, hold on. What?
Well, it's just that he still hasn't given his alibi.
Oh, yeah. Nakamigawa, give them your alibi.
What? Gladly, if it'll stop me from getting baselessly accused of murder. I was in Takeshi's room.
He only left for like 5 minutes. He was there the entire rest of the night.
Where did you go?
If you must know, my head was feeling like shit. So I went to get a water bottle from the storage room. That's it.
I think I would have noticed if he came back covered in blood or something.
And also, he doesn't like blood either.
But you slept in Hiroaki's bed, right? So what about after you left your room? You both would have been alone.
I was asleep. I didn't wake up until the morning announcement.
Somehow I have trouble believing your story.
I mean, the biggest important thing is that he has a giant fear of blood. So, I don't believe he would have done it.
What?
You think he's lying?
Maybe not lying, but maybe not telling the entire truth.
Based on what?
Well, you have a lot of trouble sleeping, right? That's the whole reason Ojima doesn't wake you up, right? Because you're an insomniac?
Yeah, so what? That doesn't mean I don't sleep ever.
Well, no, obviously. But it does seem a little strange that you could be feeling unwell, get up and walk around, then come back and go to sleep with no issues. Especially when Ojima makes it sound like any disturbances at all prevent you from sleeping comfortably. Why was last night different?
Stop looking at me like that.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm not mad. I'm just... Yeah.
Huh?
It was just so I could get to sleep.
I don't get it.
He self-medicated.
That's a very polite way of putting it.
So I guess we found the missing bottles.
Why is everyone suddenly on my ass about it like it's anyone else's business? The point is that I was asleep, okay? So I didn't do anything. Okazaki literally went to the crime scene.
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually. It's really weird that you didn't see the body, Okazaki.
Is it?
No matter how I put it together in my head, I don't see how Chiba could have died after the ladder fell.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. Plus, there's no way the gun's not involved, right?
How did the gun end up in the med bay, though?
I still don't even understand how the gun was involved.
Hey, we're getting disorganized again. Let's focus.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Just one more and then I'll stop interrupting. Nakamigawa, when you went to the med bay last night, was the blood already there?
Ugh. God, yeah, right in the middle of the room.
Oh.
It wasn't like you said, though. Not when I saw it. There was no smudge, just drops.
And you didn't see the gun? It was in the cabinet you would have been in.
I definitely didn't see a gun. I'm 100% sure of
I
that.
feel like he would have made a stink about it.
Okay. That at least helps narrow down the timeline a bit.
So someone else went and hid the gun in there after Chiba had already died.
It has to be relevant. I'm pretty sure we can definitely say that one of those bangs was a gunshot.
Okay, but who actually heard the bangs?
Watari, Okazaki, and I all heard them.
Didn't hear shit.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm pretty sure I didn't hear them.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I heard one of them, but not the other one. I'm not sure if I heard the first bang or the second bang, though.
I didn't hear anything.
Me neither.
Then, it kinda sounds like you couldn't hear it from the dorm rooms at all.
Which bang came first, though? The gun or the ladder?
It had to be the gun, I think. Because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to get to Chiba. But how did Okazaki not see her?
Okazaki, just a quick question. When you went to the auditorium, was the rope still hanging all the way down to the floor?
It was.
So then she couldn't have been in the vent, right? Since the end was supposed to be tied around her waist.
Right.
Then she had to already be on the rope. So how did Okazaki not see her?
The rope was pretty long. Part of it could have easily still been near the ground, especially with how Chiba was using it. The end wasn't tied. She had it wrapped around her and was shifting it as she went up.
Hey, Okazaki.
Yes?
Where are you going?
How many fingers am I holding up?
6.
2.
Huh?
You have got to be kidding me. How many fingers?
5.
7. She's got no peripherals.
I do. I do have peripherals.
Because of the mask?
Why would you wear something you can't even see in?
I can see things that are in front of me.
But not above you, apparently. So there's no way you would have seen Chiba even if she was there, which I bet you 1,000,000 yen she was.
Then I walked right under her?
How could you miss her?
Ugh, I can't take this anymore. How have we been talking for this long and we still don't even know how she died?
We still don't even know what got incinerated.
Exactly! I bet the incinerator's done running by now. Are we allowed to go check?
No.
I'm afraid not. The investigation period has long since ended.
We know she was bleeding and we know a gun was fired. What else do we know?
Well, I mean, we haven't really talked about the blood in the auditorium yet, yeah? On the mattresses. Why were there 2 separate bloodstains?
I'm a bit hung up on that myself.
But at the very least, we know she was killed while she was still inside the vent. There's no way the blood could have gone through the ducts otherwise. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll back that.
But how?
Hey, call me crazy, but here's an idea. What if Chiba's the one who fired the gun?
What?
Yeah, what?
What if somebody chased her up the rope? She climbs into the vent to escape, they try to follow her in, she fires, probably misses since I don't think anyone here's got a bullet hole in them at the moment, and then they stab her in the neck.
With what, though? We didn't find any other weapons.
I definitely don't think we should write off this idea, but, who else can even climb that rope?
Again, we've already ruled me out. So, while I can climb the rope, it's fairly clear that I didn't climb the rope.
Who are our options?
Hama, Harada, Okazaki, Ojima, Hirowaki, Hasegawa, Kamimura. And that's it.
Can that really be everyone we've got left?
Feels like we're getting close.
Oh, but that's still 7 people.
And we've kind of already ruled Kamimura out.
Right.
Either way, I don't think he could have climbed the rope.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So just Hama, Harada, Ojima, Hirowaki, Hasegawa, and myself.
I promise you, I wouldn't be able to climb that rope. Not even after watching Chiba do it 100 times. I have no idea how to do that thing she was doing with her feet.
If it can't hold Hayashi, there's no way it could hold me.
Yes.
Is it really down to just us? That can't be right.
Where did Chiba even get a gun?
Wow, interesting. Hirowaki immediately trying to derail us again. Shocker.
It's a valid question. It's not suspicious to want all of the answers before we start sentencing people to death.
It seems a bit unfair for one of the players to have a gun.
But I mean, there's definitely no rooms in this school that would have a gun in them. Does that mean it had to come from outside the school?
How would someone get something in from outside the school, though?
We're getting derailed. We were focusing on the rope. Are we all already forgetting about the rope?
Do you want me to get their attention? I can fire another round if you'd like.
I don't.
Excuse me.
Did someone smuggle it in?
It definitely would have been confiscated.
Yeah, I don't think smuggling's really an option.
Excuse me.
Is it a real gun?
Guys,
Are we
we're
sure?
Hasegawa again.
I fired it, so yes.
Maybe it came with somebody's workstation?
Excuse me. Sorry, but I think it was probably someone's reward.
Huh? Who would have a reward like that?
Well, there's a few people whose rewards we never found out about, right? So, maybe that was one of them. That's the only way I can think of where a foreign object would make it inside this school.
But who would have a reward like that?
I guess we never really did find out what Chiba ended up with after the swap.
Watari, you've got the chart of everyone's rewards, right?
Yeah, should we run through it?
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, off the top of my head, Isono got one of her hoodies from home, Sasaki got her journal, Chiba got Kitty, Suno got that old photo, Okazaki got the paint kit, Hayashi got her knife, I got my fire dancing sticks, Tamba had the trophy, Wada got his manga, Ojima got that sketchbook, Wada wouldn't tell us what Kamimura got, but can you at least say whether or not it's a gun?
It wasn't a gun.
Nope, no gun.
Okay, so he got some kind of non-gun item. Hama got the salt, Harada had that necklace. And what I wouldn't say what Hiroaki got.
Not a gun.
Not a gun. So, the only ones we don't know about are Hasegawa and Yanagi, right?
I certainly didn't get a gun.
Yeah,
What'd you get then?
Me neither.
My mother has a necklace with both mine and my sister's birthstones on it.
Oh, so
She
there's two
passed it down to me
necklaces.
last year. That's what I received as my reward.
Oh, that's yours? I have that. I'll give it back as soon as the trial's over.
I wouldn't be so quick to promise that if I were you. You're still a suspect, after all.
Huh?
Okay, but whose reward did I get? It's a hair clip with a little flower on it, like something a little girl would wear.
That's... really? That's mine. Can I have that back?
Huh? Why would you?
None of your business. It's his reward. I can verify. Give it back.
Okay, jeez. Anyway, that means he didn't get the gun, so then what?
Probably no one had it.
Either someone's lying or the gun wasn't a reward.
I don't think the gun was an award. I feel like
Well, I can't really verify everyone's reward, but I know I saw Yanagi's necklace while we were investigating. I think the only ones I never saw were Hasegawa's thing and Okazaki's paint.
You are pretty nimble with that gun, Hanano.
Me?
Good point.
Is it yours? You said you got paints.
I may have lied.
Guns are not paint.
Right? That's why I said I lied.
You got a gun? Why did you even have a gun at home
Holy
to begin
shit.
with?
Oh, wow.
This doesn't look very good for me, does it?
Well, I mean, hold on. Did you even get it back after the swap?
No, I didn't.
I kind of believe her. I think somebody would have mentioned getting a gun in the swap unless they planned on keeping it a secret.
Wait, so then who got the gun?
It had to have been Chiba. Right?
Had to have been.
So, our running theory is that someone followed Chiba up the rope. She tried to shoot them, missed, and then got stabbed. Then the killer pulled her out of the vent, strung her up, knocked over the ladder, and left?
That just doesn't feel right for some reason. What could they have stabbed her with?
Whatever they incinerated, I guess.
Rabbit, you're sure there's no way we can go check the incinerator?
I cannot allow that.
Then, what now?
I guess we turn our attention back to the rope. Who could have climbed it?
Right. We narrowed it down to Hama, Harada, Majima, Hiroaki, Hasegawa, and Okazaki.
There's no way it was Hama or Harada.
Yeah, that seems kind of far-fetched.
Whoever it was, they had to have gotten some blood on them, right? With the amount that she was bleeding, there's no way they'd come out totally clean.
Okazaki was completely clean when she came back. It couldn't have been her.
Plus, she was with us when the bangs happened anyway.
Then we can rule her out.
Well, what about the blood on Hirowaki's bed? Oshima doesn't know where it came from, right?
So what? Takeshi doesn't know where he is half the time. That's not damning evidence.
And it really wasn't that much blood either.
What did it look like?
Huh? Oh, just a few drops.
Specifically drops.
That's what it looked like, yeah.
Then I don't think it's related. For it to be drops, he would have either had to have been actively bleeding or seriously soaked in blood. If he was that soaked, he wouldn't have been able to make it back to Hirowaki's room without trekking it through the halls. So I don't think the blood's got anything to do with Chiba. He probably just spaced out and cut his finger or something.
I've definitely done that before.
On my bed, jeez. Disgusting. You're changing my sheets.
And what about Nakamigawa? Have we ruled him out?
Why do you want to pin this on me so badly?
Because you're suspicious.
I'm not!
It couldn't have been Nakamigawa. We didn't split up once for the entire investigation. He couldn't have incinerated anything.
The hell would you know? You weren't even awake.
What?
He was spaced out for the entire damn thing. He wouldn't know.
For real?
The entire time?
Wait, hold on. I still would have noticed if Nakamigawa was disposing of evidence right next to me.
I mean, are you sure? You didn't notice when he was dragging you around the entire south wing of the school.
Didn't notice when we were yelling across the entire pool either.
I would have noticed!
Do you seriously think I'd be that stupid? You think I would be burning evidence right next to him and just hoping he wouldn't wake up?
Yeah, that's dumb.
You did go to the incinerator room, so...
So what? I'm one of the only people who was with my partner for the entire investigation. Besides, he woke up while we were in the incinerator room, so he would have seen me.
Unless he didn't wake up until after you had already started the
He
incinerator.
found it.
That's not what happened at all.
I didn't do anything.
Why should we believe you?
Because...
Excuse me. Sorry, don't come in. I'm streaming still. I don't know who that was. Sorry, my grandma.
Because I wouldn't kill Chiba! I wouldn't kill her! Unlike the rest of you fuckwits! Chiba actually got me! I could talk to her! I did talk to her! I told her to go climb up to the vents.
I kind of noticed that a lot of people are blaming themselves for Chiba's death because they all told her to keep going for the vent.
Why is the incinerator running?
Huh?
Why is the incinerator running? That's the first thing you said when we walked in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
You asked why the incinerator was running as soon as we got in. And the Kamigawa didn't turn it on.
He found it.
I know that. I remember. We walked in, and the first thing he did was ask why the incinerator was running. It was already on.
Then, who else could it have been?
The killer.
Well, Hama and Harada are the only other people on that list that split off from their partners during the investigation.
Huh?
Can't be either
Wait.
of them. That'd be
what?
absolutely fucked up if it was either one of them. Jeez.
What?
If our criteria is that the killer has to have no alibi, has to be able to climb the rope, and has to have split off from their partner during the investigation, then...
Hama couldn't have climbed the rope. He's too heavy.
Harada?
Then there's only one person.
Wait a minute. Oh, hold on.
What are they talking about?
Hold on. I was in my room almost all night. The only time I left was to look for Okazaki. The only person I saw the whole time was Hasegawa.
Right. But when I ran into you, you didn't mention Okazaki at all. If you were looking for her, wouldn't you have asked if I knew where she was?
Hold on, please. It's not like that.
He wouldn't do that.
I would never hurt Chiba, I promise. I wouldn't hurt her.
Yeah, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. Those three were best friends. Why would Harada hurt Chiba?
I mean, I think the motive is the main reason anyone would want to hurt anyone.
But was the motive even really bothering Harada? He seemed pretty okay. Definitely not any worse off than the rest of us.
Exactly!
You guys need to stop throwing out shit like this as evidence. I wouldn't kill her isn't a defense. Just because you wouldn't kill her doesn't mean you couldn't kill her. You have no alibi. Harada could have climbed the rope. Harada is completely unaccounted for. Harada has a flimsy testimony. Harada split off from his investigation partner. Connect the dots.
But that's stupid! Harada wouldn't have done that!
I kind of had a gut feeling that it was possibly one of the two.
Maybe the adrenaline gas made him act weird?
But he wasn't acting weird. He was acting totally normal.
Oh, my heart's going all over the place. I'm starting to think it was Harada. I completely fucked up.
Totally normal is his entire forte.
Hey, sorry to circle back, but I just remembered something.
Yeah?
There were 2 bloodstains on the mattress, right? Why? What if Harada wasn't the one the gas was affecting?
Oh, his sprite changed. He did it. That was like what happened last time. Sasaki and Yanagi's sprite changed. I think it was Harada. Wow, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Wait, hold on. You don't mean...
Hold on,
What if Harada wasn't the one the gas was affecting?
Oh, so perhaps Chiba was the one that instigated the attack against Harada. So Harada killed her in self-defense, it sounds like.
Hey, wait, hold on. You don't mean...
That's too crazy.
Someone who could have climbed the rope. Someone who could have fit in the vent. Someone who could have hurt Chiba without a weapon. Someone who would have gone for the neck.
Are you saying the fucking tiger got her?
Wait, what?
What?
Sawa?
But hold on a minute.
You're fucking kidding me.
Sawa could have climbed up that rope far easier than any of us could.
Oh my god. And now because Sawa's technically with him, it makes sense. She's a tiger. Of course she would possibly attack people.
Say what you want about her being gentle, or a lap tiger, or whatever it is you want to say. But she's a predator, right? She would have gone for Chiba's neck, I think.
So then...
Damn.
Wait. The reason Chiba fired the gun was...
I don't think she missed the target. I think the target wasn't a student.
It was at that tiger. Is Sawa even in his bag still?
Harada, where's Sawa?
Wow, she hit Sawa. That's why she... Pull her out. Fuck.
Harada, where's Sawa?
She's dead. She was shot. Oh my god, and oh man, I'm sorry for forgetting his name. Hama. Sorry, Hama's sprite changed too. He's just realizing that it was him. Damn, what the fuck? That's fucked. Wow.
That's not what happened.
What? What the hell?
That's not what happened.
Keizo!
That's not what happened.
Where's Sawa?
Stop!
Where's Sawa, Harada?
Stop!
Where's Sawa? She's in your backpack, right? Right?
She's dead!
Oh my god. Yeah, since technically Saw was with you the whole time, I think, yeah, he's definitely gonna be executed for what she did. God, this is fucked. I had a sneaking suspicion it was one of the two, but I kind of had a feeling that neither of them would do it on purpose.
She didn't. It was an accident.
What the hell are you talking about? What did you do?
It was an accident. It was an accident. It was an accident. She wasn't supposed to. Someone never. It was a mistake.
Keizo, what the hell are you talking about?
She got away from me. I couldn't grab her fast enough. She. I don't know what happened.
What the hell are you talking about? Huh? What did you do to her?
Mama, I'm sorry.
You fucking killed her.
I'm sorry.
Does that count?
I certainly can't blame you for raising that question. However, Harada Keizo's property, living or otherwise, is viewed as an extension of Harada Keizo as far as the game is concerned. If Harada Keizo's tiger committed murder, that blood would be on his own hands.
It was an accident. I promise it was an accident. I promise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hum. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What the hell did you do?
There's no way, right? There's no way.
Seriously? I didn't know what to do. I didn't mean to. Mama!
I still don't really understand. What even happened?
I feel like it's all come together pretty clearly now, actually. But I think I want to hear from Harada. I'm still lost in a few places.
What happened?
Mama,
If he won't do it, I can do it. I feel like I get the picture pretty clearly.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
The only thing I don't get is why you were even in the auditorium in the first place if you didn't mean to kill her.
Hey, they would hang out in there all the time while she was climbing. And cheer her on.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start from there. Honestly, the story doesn't seem that long at all. You and Shiba were in the gym, yeah? She was climbing up the rope. You had Sawa out, I'm guessing?
Right.
You had Sawa out. Chiba was climbing. I don't know if Chiba got into the vent first, or if she went up there trying to outrun the tiger. But the outcome is that Sawa chased her up into the vent. Yeah?
The sheet was moving around.
I guess she's still a cat when it comes down to it.
Sawa chased Chiba up into the vent and attacked her. We probably would have heard her screaming if it wasn't for the fact that Sawa went for the neck.
Right.
Chiba tried to defend herself, fired off a shot, and killed Sawa right there in the vent. She probably didn't last much longer after that, at the very least. I hope it didn't hurt too much. The adrenaline probably helped.
Please.
Harada went up the ladder, pulled Chiba out by the bedsheet rope, and dragged Sawa out in the process. I'm guessing that's where we got the 2 bloodstains from. They both would have hit the mattresses under the vent.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
This is where the cover-up starts. He runs back to Chiba's room, passes Hasagawa on the way, grabs Chiba's pajamas. Then he goes back to the auditorium, dresses Chiba up in an extra layer, and carries her back up the ladder.
I'm sorry. Oh, God. I'm sorry.
He figures the best way to cover up the wound on her neck, the one that would definitely implicate him, is to tie the rope around it so tight and so high that nobody would be able to get it out. So he knots it a few times around her throat and leaves her dangling there for someone to find in the morning. Then, he climbs back down, tips the ladder, and starts disassembling it so that nobody will be able to use it again the next morning. I'm guessing you probably used Chiba's toolkit for that. Did you grab that while you were getting the clothes?
Yeah.
Okay, so he uses Chiba's toolkit, takes apart the ladder. Where did you end up putting the parts hotted up?
There.
In the incinerator.
God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
They're in the incinerator, I bet.
They're in my backpack.
Oh!
He puts the parts in his backpack, flips the bloody mattresses over, and I guess he had to get rid of Sawa and the gun. That part...
That was what was in the incinerator. It was Sawa.
Not too sure about. Where did you put her?
Never mind. She was in the dark room. How? Jeez. They could have found that out.
Dark room.
So he hides Sawa in the dark room upstairs. Meanwhile, Okazaki had heard the second bang, so she was headed to the auditorium through the AV room. The only thing I can think of is that Harada must have heard her coming and camped out in the dark room for a minute or two to avoid her. Is that right?
Yeah.
So he hides out in the dark room, and then once she's passed by, he heads up to the medbay to stash the gun. I'm not really sure on that one either.
God, this is absolutely heartbreaking.
Why the medbay?
So devastating.
I don't know.
He hides the gun in the medbay. I'm guessing because he thought it would make a decent red herring. Honestly, he probably would have just been better off just having stashed it in his backpack with everything else. Not much of a red herring if it ends up being evidence.
Fuck.
So then, after that, I guess he just went back to his room. That's all he really had to do until the investigation. While we were all investigating, he snuck back into the AV room, grabbed Sawa from the dark room, and went to go incinerate the last piece of evidence.
Oh, okay, so...
Right there.
I'm guessing he put her in his backpack. Is that everything, Harada?
When you're ready, we'll begin the voting process.
But I
I don't want to vote for Haruta. It was an accident.
Accident or not, it's still murder.
Yeah, he didn't even do anything. It was the tiger. That shouldn't count.
As stated prior, the property of Harada Keizo is considered an extension of himself, as far as the game is concerned. I suppose that makes it all the more unfortunate that that extension has been severed.
Please, don't. Don't kill him! You can't kill him! You can't take both of them away from me! You can't!
Mama,
please!
You'll be prompted to select the student that you believe is guilty of murdering Chiba Airi.
Please!
After all of the votes have been cast, the execution will commence.
This isn't fair!
It shouldn't count! He couldn't have done anything!
Please press your buttons now.
I'm not voting!
Yeah! What if we just don't vote?
I'm becoming tired of repeating myself.
You have to do it.
When a Blackened successfully gets away with murder, all remaining students will be executed in their place. This rule was explained to you at the beginning of the game. Keep this in mind when reflecting on both your own vote and the intentions of your suspected Blackened. Only one side can escape alive.
Stop! You can't! Stop voting!
I'm sorry.
Don't fucking go!
I'm so sorry.
Keizo!
Thank you for voting. Your votes are currently being tallied and will be shared with the class shortly.
God, please.
This definitely raises some questions about what qualifies as a murder.
A lot of things, apparently.
The class has voted for Harada Keizo, the ultimate zoologist, to be executed. This conclusion was correct. As a result, Harada Keizo will be punished with death.
No!
Hama!
That's not fair!
Everything that has happened here today is both fair and just. I'm sorry that your emotional state prevents you from seeing that clearly.
Don't go! Don't go! You can't go!
You're awfully attached, considering what he did.
You can't go! You can't go! You can't go!
Hama, I'm sorry.
I'm not a fan of dragging out post-trial pleasantries. I'd like to finish things briskly, if it's all the same to everyone here.
Not yet! You can't kill him yet!
I'm afraid the trial has drawn to a close.
Stop apologizing to me! You need to apologize to Chiba!
Without further ado.
You need to stay!
Hama.
It's punishment time.
Fuck. Alright, let's see how it goes.
Dr. Yonekura Haruka. Session 1, Log 26. I'm not even sure where to begin with today's events. If nothing else, they certainly forced us to reconsider what we consider a murder when it comes to the game. Last night, while I was unfortunately asleep, the adrenaline gas caused Student 2's pet tiger to attack Student 3 in the ventilation system.
Okay, it was the adrenaline gas. That makes sense.
Student 3 was bitten in the neck, but as she was carrying Student 9's pistol, she was able to fire off a shot in self-defense.
Oh, she was bitten while she was shot.
Both Student 3 and the tiger were killed. I'm honestly not even sure what to say about this one. There was some internal debate amongst the team about whether or not this made Student 2 guilty of murder. Ultimately, it was decided that Student 2's pet tiger counted as an extension of Student 2, and that he would be pinned as the Blackened. There was a bit of confusion through the actual investigation process, but ultimately, the students correctly identified the killer and voted him guilty. As such, we went ahead with Student 2's execution. Once again, I find myself somewhat confused on why we can't just execute the students in a clean and simple way. But Dr. Khan continues to go behind my back and do things how he sees fit.
Sorry.
In a way that is beyond unnecessary. Let me read you what he's written for today's events. prey. Student 2 was brought into his execution chamber, blindfolded and disoriented. He was tasked with reaching the other side of the room and promised that if he did so correctly, he would be unharmed. This was an empty promise, but seemed to bring some semblance of hope to Student 2. Unfortunately for him, the chamber has been pre-rigged with a series of fairly common hunting traps.
Oh god.
A nod as his nature as a zoologist, one would imagine. He began walking across the room, soon reaching his first obstacle when he mistakenly placed his left foot directly into a steel-jawed trap. This caused Student 2 to react in extreme distress, temporarily halting his progress. He was bleeding somewhat profusely at this point, but continued forward in hopes of escaping. Student 2 soon ran into a second obstacle in the form of a makeshift deadfall trap, which he mistakenly disturbed. This caused a large weight to strike him in the back of the head, further incapacitating Student 2 in his efforts to proceed forward. By this time, the students in observation were becoming extremely distressed. Student 13 insisted that the execution be halted, while Student 12 alternatively insisted that they simply not be made to watch. The execution continued as Student 2 resumed his attempts to cross the room. He proceeded forward with some difficulty, making it several more paces across the room before tripping over a thin wire that had been strung across the path. This caused Student 2 to fall forward, catching his neck in a rabbit snare. Student 2 was hanged instantly and died after several minutes.
Fuck.
The remaining students were dismissed soon after. Somewhat ironic, if I do say so myself. The hanging, I mean.
Yeah.
It's worth noting that Student 2 hung up Student 3's body in a very similar way. I have to say, though, I'm getting tired of these overly complicated executions.
To be honest, I'm not.
Hopefully, when the next murder occurs, we can simply inject the student with lethal chemicals or something else that's a little bit quicker. Dr. Khan is beginning to grate on me with his way of doing things. Perhaps I'll have to speak to him about that in the near future. For now, though, he's in conversation with the rabbit. I can't help but wonder what they might be talking about. I suppose I have nothing else to report for the time being. Hopefully the next killing will take place before we feel the need to...
I think there's like... Oopsie. Oh no, I exited out of it. Oh no. Aw, man. Hold on. Hold on. Just think if there's a pause or something. No. Okay, just give me a sec. Sorry about that. Hold on. Ignore my playlists and shit. Excuse me for that. Oh, no, a new guy.
Dr. Khan.
Who is it? I'm only kidding. No need to look so displeased. Come in.
How are you?
I'm rather well, though I can see you've certainly been better. Is that what brings you by?
It is.
Missing a piece
You're
of her
looking
back
much
now.
more like a real rabbit these days. Like a family pet, even. When did the spots start appearing?
1 week ago.
I see. Quite recent, then. Might I take a look?
I'd appreciate that.
Well, aren't you the unique case? I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what the issue is. Aside from the color, you don't look particularly out of sorts.
I see.
But while I've got you here, I have to ask. What were your thoughts on the execution of Student 2?
I thought the execution was effective.
That's all?
Yes.
What a pity. I designed it just for you and you didn't even like it.
You're referring to the snare.
That's right. I thought it would be a bit funny. Apparently the humor didn't land. I heard you got into some trouble today, Monoko.
I was not in trouble. Dr. Yonakuda and I had a discussion about rules and regulations.
Rather heated discussion at that.
The nature of my interactions with Dr. Yonakuda is between us and us alone, Dr. Khan.
Is that so? You should tell that to Haruka then. She's rather vocal about them.
I see.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you with your little problem, Rabbit. Is there anything else you'd like from me this evening?
Yes. I'd like for you to keep better watch over your team. Dr. Kuneyasu has been making your entire division look childish and unprofessional. I feel that it reflects incredibly poorly on you as a team lead.
Has he been bothering you again? I'm terribly sorry. I'll have a word with him. Try not to pay him any mind. Certainly don't associate his behavior with myself and my team.
I find it difficult not to, when he's constantly boasting about whose team he's a member of.
I'll speak with him promptly. Thank you for letting me know. Is that all?
That's all.
Then I wouldn't want to keep you any longer. Do let me know if you run into any additional troubles, won't you?
Of course. Goodbye, Dr. Khan.
Goodbye, Rabbit.
Oh.
Seki, I'd like you in my office at your earliest convenience, please.
Alright, what's the last one?
Hama, wait up. Hama? I wanted to talk to you for a minute. I just... Look, I wanted to apologize.
What?
I was supposed to be Harada's investigation partner, and I let us split up, and I wasn't taking anything seriously, and I was messing around, and if I had been paying more attention, he wouldn't have been able to. I mean...
What?
I'm sorry, honestly and genuinely, I'm sorry that you lost your friends, and I'm sorry that I was careless.
Stop bowing.
I want to help you put Chiba's stuff away.
What? Huh?
Please. That's the least I can do. I want to help. I'm not going to make you do that alone. That... I can't imagine how much that would hurt.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that error there. Me backing out of YouTube. Anyway, well, that was devastating. You know, I kind of had a suspicion that it could have been either of them. But I feel like, nah, that's just too cruel. I don't see either of them at least doing it on purpose. But Harada? It's Tiger? Damn. I'm actually kind of surprised they even let him bring his tiger in. Chiba would not be dead if Sawa was not even in the game to begin with. It's making me think. Anyway, since I finished chapter 2 tonight, I think I'm gonna hold off of streaming on Thursday and wait until Tuesday to come back. I kind of just want to sit in my brain with what happened, kind of really think about it, I guess, before I want to start the third chapter. Oh geez, they can't get to Chiba's body. How the hell are they gonna clean her up? But yeah, that was pretty awful, as in devastating. Anyway. Okay, that's it for the night. I'm going to do something else, I guess. Stream's like 20 minutes longer than what I usually do, but that's okay. I wonder if we'll ever get an explanation as to why Okazaki had a gun as her gift, a reward. Anyway, my head's kind of in the clouds right now. I keep thinking about what happened during Chapter 2's trial. Man, was it devastating. I feel really bad for Hama. Okay. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Okay, goodbye. Don't think I have anything else to say. I'm just gonna leave. Good night. And thanks for coming.